Tina Malia lives in Venice Beach, California, surrounded in her small home studio by her Pro Tools system, guitars, and keyboards. But when I interviewed her 11 years ago, she was in Marin County, California, and she was a self-professed hippie chick.
I am still a hippie. I mean, I think a hippie is something that you are inside in your heart. For me, the definition of a hippie is someone who really loves the earth and who has a commitment to protecting her, and so I think I'll always be a hippie.
Back in 2002, I described the then 24-year-old musician as a postcard from the summer of love. Her mixed Korean and Slavic ethnicity gave her an exotic appearance. Long black hair hung straight down past her waist. With her halter top and ankle-length skirt, you could imagine her singing tunes at the corner of Haight and Ashbury in 1967.
But that was only a dream of a dream. This world is not what it seems. We are the wind that carries the seeds. We are the roots of the banyan tree.
But looking at her on the cover of her new CD, The Lost Frontier, the hippie chick has been replaced by a stylized model that looks more like Björk in a perfume ad than Joni Mitchell on the beach. Posed in elaborate dresses with heavy makeup and hair swept up, this isn't the Earth Mother woman who played live on the show in 2002.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I still have long hair down to my waist. I'm not wearing any makeup right now, and I'm in all natural brown clothing from head to toe. So it may change a bit for evening events, when I go out, but I assure you I'm not that much different than I was then.
She may not be different, but her music certainly is. With Lost Frontier, Tina Malia plugs in.
For all of these years in my musical career, I was avidly against electronic music. I thought it was evil. I mean, I really did. It was the antithesis of music to me. It was the antithesis of nature. And then one day I was at this festival and I heard electronic music and I just couldn't help myself. It was so beautiful and I fell in love with it. It was actually Evan Bluetech. It was just so undeniably beautiful that I had to completely get over myself and all of my negative thoughts I had about electronic music, and I just really let myself go on this journey with it.
She'd go on to collaborate with Bluetech on her new CD.
Petals of unfolding, drop like a remedy.
Malia has never been a technological Luddite. She studied engineering in school and has recorded and produced most of her albums. But the first indication of her musical turn came in 2010 when she collaborated with Lauren Ashton, better known as Bass Nectar, on a tune that was originally called Undercover.
He's a friend of mine from the Bay Area, and I just finished the song, and another friend of mine said, that's a really great remix song. You should see if you can find someone to remix that song for you. And the tempo it was in, I didn't think Lauren would be interested in it because he mainly works in dubstep, which is 140 BPM. Sorry to get all geeky on you. And so I sent it to him. I said, hey, do you know anybody that you think would want to remix the song? And 5 minutes later, he texted me and said, yeah, me. So yeah, I gave him the tracks for that song before it was released, and he created the song Underwater.
This version of Tina Malia's song is quite a bit different from the one that she released on her own album as Undercover. While Tina Malia has gone electronic, it's not wave your hands in the air dance music. Her songs are introspective, full of earworm choruses, and tackling deeper themes like those on the title track, The Lost Frontier.
When I was first making that song, I was by myself late at night in the studio, and I was hearing the music, and just the music, not the lyrics, and I was just getting these images. I saw our planet, like the size of a baseball or something, and I was looking from afar, and I just saw all these wheels, all these like helicopters and drills and all of these things that were just basically, drilling into the earth, and just all the destruction, everything that we were creating on the planet as a species.
But then she goes a little deeper with lines like lies told to our fathers and sons and the ones we tell ourselves.
I feel like we as a culture stole a lot from the indigenous people, particularly in our country. And that was really what that line meant. I was just seeing this young Native American girl and her family just running from industrialization, and her family was told that they were, creating this trade agreement, and I feel like they were lied to, and that's really what that was about. No one's ever asked me that before, so I haven't gone that deep into the song with anyone. So yeah, that's why I'm a little nervous, because it's deep, and it's deep for me, and I'm sure for a lot of people.
Now in her mid-30s, Tina Malia is coming into her own as an artist with her most mature and evocative album yet.
Yeah, I think that's where I am in my life a bit more. I mean, I was a teenager when I wrote most of the music on Shores of Avalon, and it's just been a natural progression, I feel like, just to really come into my own being and come into being a woman and what that means. But this one, I wanted it to be just a bit more personal.
The spinners of yarrow, makers of bones, dance in the courtyard, through cracks in the stone.
Tina Malia's latest CD is The Lost Frontier. For Echoes, I'm John Diliberto.